Now, on my blog, I write a series of blog posts called It Shouldn't Happen to a Radio Presenter. And it's all about those funny things, sort of bad things that can happen to a radio presenter in a radio studio, in a live environment. Well, I might add to that tonight when I get home, because, as you know, during this election campaign, we invite senior politicians onto this programme every Tuesday and Thursday, and indeed Sunday morning, to do an interview, half an hour interview, half an hour phone-in. And we've had all sorts of people on the show so far. Today, we were supposed to have had Emily Thornberry. 3 weeks ago, we provisionally booked Emily Thornberry to come on this evening. And on Sunday, I heard from her office that she couldn't come on. Now, I'm slightly reading between the lines here, but I think what's happened is that she wasn't allowed to come on by Labour head office. She hasn't said that, they haven't said that, but that is what I think has happened. Now, you can judge why that would be. They then said that they would provide somebody else. And about 4 o'clock this afternoon, they suddenly told us, no, they wouldn't provide anyone. So we could have an hour of silence over the next hour. We could do that. It would be a bit silly, wouldn't it? I could, I suppose, do what Kay Burley did on Sky News and have a chair over there in the studio, and I would just ask the questions that I would have asked. The trouble is I never prepare any questions, so that wouldn't really work, would it? The thing is here, and this is nothing against the Labour Party. Last Thursday, if you were listening to the programme, you will have heard me call out the Tories for doing exactly the same thing. On the day of the launch of the Labour manifesto, they didn't put up anyone to come on the programme. I mean, you think, Labour manifesto, open goal. Would you not want to put someone up to rebut the claims that Labour are making? Well, apparently not. So I called them out about that. This is fundamentally undemocratic of these political parties. By contrast, the Liberal Democrats, the Greens, Brexit Party are an absolute delight to deal with. If they say they're going to provide someone, they do. But in this election campaign, and not just in this one, to be fair, in others as well, it has sometimes been, shall we say, like getting blood out of a stone to get senior Labour people and sometimes senior Tory people on. We had Len McCluskey on the Sunday programme for an hour. Now, he's not standing for election, but he is a man of the left. But I'm not going to say he was a substitute for a senior Labour figure because he was a great guest. But you kind of want to have the top people. We did have John McDonnell at the beginning of the campaign. We invited him and he likes coming in the programme, so he came on. But it should be that other shadow cabinet ministers should appear on this programme because LBC listeners need to hear from them. If Labour want to win the election, do they really think they can do that without the 2.6 million listeners that LBC has? I mean, if they can, well, good luck to them, is all I can say. I'm still living hope that Jeremy Corbyn will come on the programme before the election campaign is over. I'm not holding my breath because, as you know, he hasn't appeared on LBC in a live interview scenario, apart from the one he did with Sadiq Khan, since he was elected leader of the Labour Party. So it is quite difficult to maintain the balance of politicians, which by law you have to do, and actually we want to do. We want to have balance on this show of guests between now and the election. But if a particular party won't put people up, what are we supposed to do about that? That is the only question that I ask you.